Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ohemaa. Welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, hey! Okay, so in today's video, we are going to start our Thanksgiving makeup prep, if that makes any sense. We're going to go through a lookbook. Essentially, for the next few weeks, I'm going to do lookbooks on looks that I think are Thanksgiving worthy, looks that you can actually show up to somebody else's house for Thanksgiving and you're gonna look cute and put together. Now before we jump into it, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, definitely go ahead and subscribe down below and also click that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. If your notification for the YouTube app is not turned on, you're not gonna get notified when I upload a video, so make sure you turn on your YouTube notifications as well so that you can actually get the notifications, okay? Also remember to share this video with your friends because it really does help me out a whole lot. When it comes to the makeup, I got you, okay? So if you want to see our first Thanksgiving lookbook featuring Ohemaa trying Dermal blend again and trying out a brighter under eye again, then keep on watching. I cannot see anything today. For our first look for this Thanksgiving lookbook, I want to do a very subtle, bronzy, glowy makeup look. Something that I feel like anybody can wear, even the person who's cooking the food. Okay, I am going to do my base and everything first, and then I'm going to move into the eyes because I feel like because of how simple the look is going to be, you know, you don't necessarily have to like do the eyes first. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're first going in with the One Size Secure the Blur Primer. And I'm gonna apply this all over my face. I definitely feel like this primer fills in your pores like really nicely. So we're gonna go in with the Dermal Blend Flawless Creator Multi-Use Liquid Pigment. This is the shade 90N. Oh, the picker's working now. So we're gonna go in with this foundation. I'm only gonna be using a little bit. It's a very thick foundation, and that was another reason why it wasn't coming out of the dropper. I'm trying out this new sponge. I'll tell you guys about it in a different video. Oh, the sponge. It's a nice sponge. Has all the angles. Nice and fluffy. I may have put too much foundation on. Oh, it's the sponge. The sponge is not absorbing the product, so it's making it look like I have too much product on because majority of the product is still on the bottom of the sponge. I just went ahead and wiped it off a little bit so that doesn't look like it's too much. I went ahead and wiped the sponge off. This video is actually about me trying a brighter under eye concealer. The last time I tried a brighter under eye concealer, a lot of you really liked what it looked like. I also personally actually liked what it looked like, and I am generally a skin tone concealer for my highlighted areas type of girl, so you know, just liking the fact that it was a little bit brighter actually shook me. I wanted to go ahead and fully commit to using a brighter concealer on my under eyes and, you know, also on my other areas so I can see exactly what I think or how I feel about it. Now this is my typical concealer shade because of the tone of my foundation. If I use anything brighter, it tends to not match it very well, and I feel like the blend is generally off if I use a concealer that's too bright. So I try to keep my concealers as close to my foundation as possible, preferably one shade lighter. I rarely go 2 shades lighter, so this right here for me is, but I'm gonna give it a try. This is the shade that I'm using right now, and this is the shade that I typically use. This is outside my comfort zone, okay? I am going to be using the shade 86N in the Dermal Blend Cover Care Full Coverage Concealer. I put a little bit. I thought I was recording it, but apparently it wasn't recording, so you guys didn't get to see me apply it. But this is what I did. So I'm going to apply a little bit of this concealer on my under eye. I'm blending in bits and pieces. I don't want to just put too much on my face all at once because, like I said, this is new to me and I'm not about to just jump into the deep end and not really know what I'm getting myself into, okay? The last time we blended this concealer, it was very patchy and it was moving, so you know, we wanted to try it again so we can see. Maybe it was the powder that I put down, and I actually used a Dermal blend powder, so maybe it was the powder that I put down first. Okay, let me know what you guys think, because like I said, this is still pretty new to me. The concealer blended in nicer than I thought it would, but I still feel like it's too light for me. Like, I still feel like it's too light. Okay, I'm gonna commit to the process and see what it does. If it's starting to look like it's too out of the way, I don't want to do it because I don't want it to come out looking bad, because I feel like previously it was believed that dark skinned people can't do makeup because her makeup is too light for her skin tone, and you know, it's actually because there weren't enough products for us to actually use that work. So so ever since I started doing makeup, I always tried to do dark skin people and dark skin makeup justice. That way people can see that, hey, if the raw products are the right shade, it works for us, and you know, we can make it look good if we have the right products. I'm so scared, so I'm like squeezing some of the concealer out of the tip of this because I don't want it to end up back on my face and make it too bright. This is nerve-wracking for me. You see what I mean? I feel like the shade does not blend very well with my deep skin, so it makes it very difficult for me to think that it looks good, but you know, I'm committed to the process. Brighter under eyes for Thanksgiving. Next, I'm going to go in with this Dermal Blend Loose Setting Powder. This is the shade Warm Saffron. Okay, I'm taking the other side of the sponge and we're gonna set it. The last time I used, or the first time I used this powder, I really liked the shade of it. It's not that I'm baking with it, it's just that the powder, it's very bright, especially on the skin with, you know, all the melanin happening. This to me is looking very bright right now. But of course I'm not done with my makeup, so I'm gonna proceed through everything and we're gonna see how it ends up looking, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and start with my brows. I'm gonna be using the Juvia's Place Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Eyebrow Pencil in the shade Ebony. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up with the e.l.f. Camel Concealer. We're using the ColourPop Party Proof Eye Primer. Now I put an eyeshadow primer on because I have oily eyelids and I really don't want whatever work I put into my eyes to slide off during dinner because it's gonna be hot. I'm gonna be using the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime in the shade, and I'm just gonna apply it all over my eyelid. And I was looking for a lighter shade because I'm doing this very bright base, this very bright under eye. But at the same time, because I'm trying to go for a more subtle eye look, I wanted to use the Eye Prep Eye Prime in the shade number 3 because that definitely gives me a more balanced eye. So I'm going to go in with the Ohemaa Eye Face palette. So this is the deep dark palette. And what I'm doing is taking this shade and putting it in my crease. But before that, I'm going to go ahead and set my brow bone with the Dermal Blend Setting Powder. And I just put it all over my brow bone because we want this look to be a subtle, light and bright kind of look. So we have to set the Eye Prep Eye Prime a little bit because what the Eye Prep Eye Prime does is it attracts pigment, holds on to it, and doesn't let it go, okay? So just placing that shade that I showed you in my crease. And I'm actually using a Morphe brush. Is this a Morphe brush? Yeah, I'm using a Morphe brush. It's one of those brushes that comes in the set, so it doesn't have a name. But I'm just placing that shade I showed you in my crease, like lightly touching it and lightly applying to my crease. And now I'm gonna go ahead and blow it up. Because we applied the powder to our brow bone, it's actually gonna blow up very easily. It's not gonna need anything else to like help it blend up, and it's gonna remain as subtle as you want it to be. And we want it to be very subtle, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of it to the outer corners of my eye, just to tie everything together. So this is what we got on the eyes. I'm gonna go into this shade. I've never used that highlighter shade before. I'm gonna place it in the middle part of this. Ooh, this is cute. Okay, Omalewa, we see you. I really wish I had done like a halo eye look, but the under eye is bright. It's still freaking me out, but I'm gonna be done really soon and then we can complete the look and see what to do, because right now it's scaring me. I went back into our initial transition shade and I'm using it to blend the edges of this shimmer shade out because I don't want it to stand out too much. Even though it's super gorgeous, I still don't want it to be too all over the place. This is a one brush eyeshadow look, okay? Anybody can do this. If you have a single brush, you can achieve it. All you need is a blending brush, as you can see. I'm taking the same shade and I'm going to repeat that on the bottom lash line, this one. So if you didn't know, I have a brand called Bouncy Beauty, and right now I have new brushes. I actually have 5 brushes. I took one out of here. I don't know where I put it. I think so. It's the one I used for my blush. I used it as a blush brush and I don't know where I put it after that. But I'm going to use one of the brushes that I specifically designed for contour. It is a very fluffy brush, so it can actually it's a very fluffy brush, but it's also precise enough where it can get into where you need it to get into. And because of the tip of it, it actually helps blow out your product while you're applying it, so it doesn't essentially take over your face. So it helps you blow out your contour, and you know, it helps actually show up really nicely. So I'm going to take this and I just press it on here because this is intense, okay? And what I'm going to do is just lightly pat it on. And as you can see, because it's a very fluffy, soft brush, it doesn't give you like a harsh line. Once you push it in, that motion alone just blends out the edges of your contour for you, so you don't have to do extra work to get it to show up and be popping, okay? There are 2 brushes in here. One is slightly smaller and the other one is a little bit bigger. They all have like a nice oval head. I'm going to use this. This is the one that I specifically designed as a blush brush. Once again, nice, soft, movable brush. So whenever you're applying your blush, it actually helps blend it out for you, and all you're doing is just tapping it in without having to move the brush like this to blend it in. You've seen me use this like a bunch of times and I haven't actually explained to you like what the brushes look like or why I chose or why I designed them specifically to look like this. I'm gonna first go in with the Too Faced Killer Liner on my lower lash line. I'm going to use the one size liner. This is called Point Made. Once again, you don't have to line your eyes, but I want to, so that's why I'm doing it. Should I line it? So I went ahead and applied the Bouncy Beauty lashes. This is the style Ghana. I feel like Ghana is going to be the lash style that I use like for every single holiday look, because it just looks really, really good. The middle of my face is still pretty bright in my opinion. I actually looked into my phone with the camera. I want to see what it looks like on the phone camera, and hoping that it wasn't looking too crazy. You guys let me know what you think down below, because this is new to me, okay? So it's freaking me out just a little bit. Just a little bit though. I'm going to go in with the Until Dawn setting spray. So I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place Bronzed Chestnut lipstick. I don't know if it's still available, so you know. A little look that you can also attend your Thanksgiving dinner with. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. I was gonna actually go for like a subtle lip option, but I was looking at it and I thought, you know what, I really want to try a deeper lip option. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like with my originally planned lip option, but I wanted to show you guys a matte lip option that was also a beautiful complement to the fall. So let me know what you think about this lip option. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place lip gloss, and this is the shade Bronzed Sugar. I'm gonna put that all over my lips. Okay, you guys, so this is my finished look. So this is the first of our Thanksgiving lookbook, of our Thanksgiving makeup lookbook. I think this makeup is really cute. You can definitely wear it with a colored lip gloss like I did, or you can wear it with a clear lip gloss to just make your look a bit more understated. First lip option that I used was more of the dramatic kind of makeup look, but if you don't want it to look as dramatic and you want it to look a bit more relaxed, a bit more, I really wasn't trying to, definitely use a clear gloss with like a little bit of a very subtle liner. Obviously if you use a darker liner it gets more dramatic. It's just, that's how it works, okay? So this is my finished look. I would absolutely wear this to Thanksgiving, and then, you know, after dinner when all the gloss is gone, I can move on to a clear gloss and just, you know, keep it casual, you know what I mean? So the second part of this video was for me to see whether or not I was going to start doing like a much brighter under eye. I don't mind it. It looks good. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look crazy. I thought it wasn't gonna look good, only because I thought it was gonna look too bright. I thought it was gonna make my whole face look too bright, and you know, I just didn't want to do it. But it doesn't look half as bad. I also feel like it doesn't look half as bad, okay? So I am not upset with it. The Dermal Blend foundation and concealer were not bad. Using the concealer on top of like unpowdered skin was definitely much better. It did not give me any problems. It blended in very beautifully. After everything went on top of it, I thought it was going to progressively get more red, but it didn't. It looks nice, and I really like it. Okay, it looks good. Now, if you've watched this far and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, definitely go ahead and subscribe down below so you don't miss any future uploads from me. Also remember to click the notification bell, and if you actually really want to get notified, definitely remember to turn on your YouTube notification or your YouTube app notification so that you can actually get notified anytime I upload a new video. Everything I use today will be linked down below, so definitely go ahead and check it out. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!